very pleasant greeting to you, all our viewers on Africa TV, situated at Hoboken Avenue in Lusha, Ocean State, Nigeria. It's another time to have a newspaper review, another time to digest news, another time to have conversation about news. My name is Deborah Adebayo. I'm not here alone. I'm with my co-host with me today.
Thank you so much for joining us on Africa TV. My name is Silvia Dako, and this is another segment of Newspaper Review. Thank you once again.
Thank you once again for joining us. We'll be your anchor for today's newspaper review. We have various newspapers to talk about this today. We have trending news issues that is happening in our country, in our nation, in our community, from the Punch to the Vanguard to the Daily Times, various newspaper. Titilope, what do you have with you there?
I have news from Daily Post, Punch, and Ocean Defender. And the headlines, I'll be starting with the headlines. From Daily Post, Metro Osun Amotekun arrest nursing mother for fraud.
Thank you, Titilope. Still on the Punch newspaper, here with me I have immigration detains Bob Risky after Senate border arrest.
And I have another news from Punch, which is MTN we shut down without tariff hike, says C.
That is from Titilope there, and I have here from the Vanguard newspaper, whereby they say from Imo State says sit down at home arrest.
And lastly, I have from Ocean Defender, electoral robbery. CAN condemns Kaduna Electoral Commission.
Thank you, Titilope. Today also with me I have from the Daily Times. From the Daily Times today says EFCC, not even EFCC alone, they say Dangote sues NNPC. He sues NNPC. We are going to be taking details in the news story. Stay here, stay with us.
Amotekun Corps has arrested a 31-year-old nursing mother, Taiwo Badru, for impersonating a bank manager and defrauding people of millions of naira. Badru, a resident of Ororuwa town in Borikwe local government area, was arrested on Saturday after collecting 4.5 million from Fatai Said in Ororuwa. She had previously operated in Lagos State before relocating to Osun State. According to Osun Amotekun Corps Commander Isaac Omoyele, Badru used a masculine voice on phone calls to deceive victims, claiming she was speaking from a bank to offer loans. She confessed to using the proceeds to support her family. It is quite understandable that the situation is very poor, but having to defraud people, having to steal from them is uncalled for. It's not right.
Right in front of me is from the Punch newspaper, which says marketed defense as Dangote sues NNPCL and 6 others. Now the news in Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals has taken legal actions against the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority and some major importance in oil and gas sector at the Federal High Court. A suit member FHC/ABJ/CS/1324/2024 Dangote Refinery sought 100 billion naira in damages from NMDPRA for continuing to seal licenses for the importation of refined products such as automotive, gas oil, and jet A1 aviation fuel. Dangote claimed the refinery production exceeded domestic consumption level, rendering imports unnecessary. We all know what the country is talking about concerning fuel. Here and there struggling, and we are still struggling in our own country, whereby we have enough gas, we have enough oil to produce. Now, Dangote sues who misused NNPCL. God help us all.
MTN Nigeria, the country's largest telecom operator, has stressed the urgent need for the telecommunications sector to return to profitability to sustain its operations. The Chief Executive Officer of MTN, Kao Toriola, made this known on Monday during a tour of MTN's facilities by fellows of the Media Innovation Program in Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos. The MTN chief, who was about 78 million subscribers under his watch, pinpointed that the sector has been accumulating significant loss and that immediate action is necessary to reverse this trend. He added that a critical role the telecom industry plays in supporting Nigeria's economy, urging the government and regulators to act quickly to prevent the dire consequences of inaction. Oh well, it's going to be everyone's loss. It's going to be the nation's loss if MTN eventually shuts down, because people would lose their jobs, and we're not going to have like the communication that we have now is going to become bad. Yes, we have all their Savicoms to help, but what happens when MTN shuts down?
Right in front of me is the Nation newspaper, whereby it says Senator Mawa clash over link to hard drugs. Now, it is in full. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) and Deputy Senate Leader Oyelola Ashiru yesterday clashed over arrest and the discovery of illicit drugs from two joints in Kwara State. The clash follows allegations by NDLEA Chairman Bringen Buba Mawa that Ashiru, the description of this agency as corrupt, was done out of vendetta. Deputy Senate Leader had, during his contribution to a debate on a bill of an act to establish the National Institute for Drug Awareness and Rehabilitation 7 days ago, also alleged that NDLEA has become a compromised body. Really, I don't know what the country is turning into. The people that's supposed to protect the citizen are the ones finding involvement with illicit drugs. Who are we to trust? Who are we to follow? I really don't know what the country is going on right now.
And lastly, the news here with me is electoral robbery. CAN condemns Kaduna Electoral Commission. The Kaduna State chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, has accused the Kaduna State Independent Electoral Commission of deliberately denying citizens their voting rights during the council elections. Reverend Caleb Mahid, CAN chairman, described the October 19 polls as electoral robbery against the people of Kaduna State. He stated, reports from our officials from the various local government areas in the state indicated that people waited for the necessary materials to cast their votes, but all in vain after spending the whole day waiting for the officials. The commission then announced the winners of chairmen and councillors in the 23 council areas. How can there be results of election when there was no voting, when votings were not casted? What has happened to free and fair elections? How can you announce, or how can chairman of local government be announced when there was no election?
And the last newspaper with me today talks about hardship from the Daily Post newspaper. It says, Tinubu government squeezing Nigerians like oranges. Tax incessity are being misused. Now the news. The 2023 presidential candidate of Social Democratic Party, SDP, Prince Adewale Adebayo, has accused the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led government of worsening Nigerians' economic woes. Adebayo likened the government policies, including the removal of petrol subsidies and the inflation of the naira, to squeezing Nigerians like oranges, leaving them to bear the brunt of escalating hardship across the nation. This is coming from SDP. It says the president of this nation, in person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is being insensitive, whereby the economy of the country is not smiling at all. But we hope that the best is still coming. We hope that the country is still going to be in the right path.
And that is all on today's edition of Newspaper Review. Thank you so much for joining us, and join us again another time for another edition. My name is Cecilia.
And do well to read any of the Nigerian news that caught your attention. And still remain my humble self. My name is Cecilia. See you soon.